Looks like Tata Motors is on a roll when it comes to electric vehicles. Their Nexon and Tigor EVs have already been doing well in the market, and then just a few weeks back we were shown the Tata Curvv concept based on the Gen 2 architecture, but Tata Motors did not stop there. We have now again been called for a new vehicle. This is the Avinya concept, and this is an electric vehicle that is based on the Gen 3 architecture, which means it is built from the ground up to be an EV and an EV only. So gone are the restrictions that come with designing an internal combustion engine vehicle, and this is the product which definitely looks unique. And in this video we'll be giving you a closer look and showing you the nice and small and the big design details that are there on this vehicle. So come along. So let me first take you through the design of this EV. Now, the very first thing you'll notice at the front is this light bar. It extends all the way across the front of the vehicle, and you will see that it looks like a T. Now, this is not a new Tata logo. We've been told that it's just there as a motif to signify that this is a Tata vehicle, and the same has been repeated at the back, which I'll show you in a little while. And this grille also is very unique because it goes inside. Now, we generally don't see grills like these which are solid and bulge towards the inside. Plus there are these vents and fins which have been added to not only aid aerodynamics but also to cool the batteries inside. The sleek light element definitely is a big highlight of the vehicle, and this contrasting paint job between black and silver gives it a nice and futuristic look. Now, in profile, this vehicle looks very long, but it's actually 4.3 meters long, which is not that much. However, because this is a new platform, you don't have an engine at the front. That means the designers have been able to push the wheels all the way to the extreme ends, creating a lot of room inside, which I will show you in a little while. But coming back to the wheels, you can see these extremely big size wheels. Now, this has Pirelli rubber on it right now. These are 22-inch wheels. Obviously the production model will have smaller ones. Now, the interesting thing is that because this vehicle takes a lot of inspiration from boats, you can see that these threads are there connected to the hub, which look nice. It's a small detail, but it does add some character to the vehicle. You have the Avinya badging, and this has cameras on the outside. Plus, you can see this roofline is very sleek. It very easily starts to rise up from the A-pillar, goes all the way back and ends in this beautiful tail section. You can see this 3D tail lamp design. Once again, like I said, this is in a T shape, so you can see that it also signifies that T element. In fact, lower down also you can see that T shape being mimicked almost in the opposite direction, and that also creates a nice design element and also helps with the aerodynamics. And this is the tail lamp up close. You can see it has fins coming out. So if you look at the vehicle from the front, if you look at it dead on, then these look like spoilers, and they do help with the aerodynamics of the vehicle. So this has both form and function. And now let's take a look at the interior of the Tata Avinya, and the first thing you'll notice is that it is very spacious. The cabin is very spacious for 4 people, and you can see there is a lot of space that has been left thanks to this being a fully EV based architecture. So you don't have to leave space for the engine, which means you have more space for the cabin. And the seats also, you can see, and by the way, all of this is recycled material, so this is very environment friendly, and it still does not feel like it's recycled material. It feels premium, it feels nice to touch and nice to look at, and this is something very innovative. So these are specific air vents for all 4 passengers. You'll see them on all 4 door handles, and this is moving away from the conventional air vents that you see in other cars. And this car right now, the front seat that you see, it can pivot outwards so that you have an ease of ingress, and that is also something very nice and futuristic. The steering wheel is not circular as we see on cars these days. It's a bit squarish, it's like a rounded square, and it does look futuristic, especially with this small unit on top of it. This is a small display, and you have some minimalistic controls on it to see things and to pair your phone or other devices maybe. And there is no screen at the center of the dashboard. You just have a voice enabled assistant or voice command feature, which will allow you to control the various functions of the car. And at the center you will see that is the drive selector. You can start the car or engage reverse, and more importantly, this is the aromatherapy through which the car will release scents which will soothe you or maybe relax you while you're driving. If it senses that you're stressed, the steering wheel can potentially monitor your vitals as you touch it, and it can give you suggestions as to how you should be driving, or changing the music or the mood lighting. And obviously this is a concept car, so this has cameras instead of rear view mirrors, and that's why you see this display which shows you what is behind. And as you can see, that is working. You can see me in the monitor. Another interesting thing is this couch at the back. I call it a couch because that is what it has been modeled and designed after. So it has plenty of space. It looks very spacious. It's almost like a lounge chair that you see, very comfortable. And all 4 passengers have these sound bars behind them. So on the headrest or just under the headrest, you see the sound bar is there, and this has been done so that all 4 passengers can have a personalized experience when it comes to the sound that they're listening to. Even the floor, you can see, is completely flat because you have no transmission to deal with, and that once again leaves a lot of room for the occupants inside. To further accentuate the feeling of space inside, you have this moon roof, which means that you have a clear visibility outside, and it further just makes the cabin feel a little more roomy, and you can see everything around. In fact, the inspiration for this was from fighter jets, wherein you can see everything out of the cabin. You have to see everything from the left, right, back, front, everything. So this also is a nice little touch. So that was a close look at the Tata Avinya EV concept. We are definitely intrigued by this new design language and what this new Gen 3 architecture brings along with it in terms of the range, the charging times, and the power outputs. And definitely we'll be waiting around to see a production ready version of a vehicle based on this architecture, which we are being told that we'll see in the year 2025. For now, do let us know in the comments what you think of the design, what are the bits that you liked and the things that you found rather interesting. And like this video if you like the content that was shown here. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on all our social media handles. Until the next time, this is Akash Paul signing off. Bye bye.